Hey everybody, and welcome to this video on how to reduce your lag on your stream when you're streaming from your console into a PC, such through a capture card like an HD60 Pro or HD60S, or if you're streaming from a PC to a dedicated streaming PC, which I happen to have both. I have a PS4 Pro and I have a gaming PC that goes to a dedicated streaming PC through two different capture cards. And I will go into Streamlabs OBS and show you what I've done to reduce the lag that is in Streamlabs OBS. All right, let's get into it. All right, here we go. We are in Streamlabs OBS, and first I'm going to go into how to set up the HD60 Pro, which I have on the PS4, which doesn't matter. You could be used with the this gaming PC or the PlayStation console, Xbox, whatever you have. It doesn't really matter. All the settings are the same across the board. So you want to go in here to your properties. Once you go into properties, make sure your resolution type is set to custom, and your resolution you want it set down to 1080. See, you can go to 4000 4K basically, because it's what's coming in off the PlayStation, or it's what's, you don't want that resolution. You want the 1920 by 1080 because that's all you can really push. You can't stream 4K anyway, so you only want to push the 1920 by 1080. So that's what you got. And then you want to make sure your FPS is set to 59.94. You don't have to do this, but whatever you choose, just make sure you choose it across the board. It can be 60 or the 59.94. It looks like that is the NTSC. It's like a standard. So I just go with that. You don't have to. You can go to 60, but it really doesn't matter. The video format, you want it to be YV12 for the Pro. That is per Elgato's recommendations. So I just go with that. The color space set to 709 and the color range set to full. And that's it. You're done with the HD60 Pro capture card. It could be the same for the HD60S. The only thing that will be different on the HD60S will be your video format. And I'll show you that right here. Let's go in here, HD60S, properties. See, it's YUY2 video format. I don't know why it's different, but it's different. That's just what Elgato says to use for each one. Both devices have a different format they want you to use. I guess because one is directly PCIe into your motherboard, and the other one is using USB 3. So once you have that set, I'm using a Logitech Brio. This works for any webcam. It doesn't matter which one you have. So you'll be able to see my ugly head here in a second. Yep, there I am. So what you want to do is do the same thing. You go in the resolution, FPS type, and set custom, and then set to 1920 by 1080. If you have a C920, which is one of the most popular webcams out there, plus it's cheap, it's good. The only thing you can't do is the FPS. But 1920 by 1080, you can also do 720, whichever you prefer. If you're only going 720 on your coming in off your gaming, if you want to downscale that already, have your base canvas at 720, I would do the same with the webcam. But since I'm doing 1080 across the board, I'll just do everything 1080. And then do your FPS the same, 59.94. Again, if you have the C920 or something that can't quite do that, you're not going to be able to use that. So, and in video format, you want to set it to JPEG. You don't want to do any, just you want it dedicated to MJPEG. That'll help clear up a lot of stuff too. And then your color space will be 709 and full. Same thing across the board. Once you do this, that should take care of everything, because what you're doing is you're not downscaling your video twice. Because if you're pulling in at a higher resolution, as it comes into OBS or Streamlabs OBS, it's being encoded and scaled down. And then you're doing it again as it goes out to Twitch or whoever. So what you want to do is set it from the beginning, so your your PC is only doing half the work as it was before. Another thing that will help you out a lot is right here. And go into settings, go into video tabs, base canvas resolution 1920 by 1080. We already talked about that. I'm doing 1920 by 1080 because I want to have the internet for it, and two, my hardware can push it. So I'm able to do that. If your hardware's not able to push it, or you just want to go to a 720, then set 720. And then right here, set this sampling, 32 samples. And again, here's at 59.94 again. So whatever you set your capture card, in your webcam, you want to do this the same here. Keep all three synchronous across the board. That way there's no buffering, there's no difference. It could cause some phasing in and out. And honestly, that's pretty much it. Your bit rate is a whole different ball game as far as this goes. This is more of your settings for what's coming into your Streamlabs. I've struggled a lot with this back and forth, and then finally I've come up with this as a solution, and it has worked for me. So I hope this helped. If you know a better way, if there's something I'm missing, not doing right, feel free to leave a comment below, and hope this helped. Thanks.